Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good day, senior high learners. I hope everyone is safe and comfortable in a place in your house as we learn new things in this video lesson. I am Teacher Anna of RPMD National Science High School, Marawi City Division. And welcome to our subject, Physical Education and Health 1, Week 1. This video lesson is divided into 3 lessons.
Lesson 1 is about aerobic activities. Lesson 2 is about bone strengthening activities. And Lesson 3 is about muscle strengthening activities.
The learning competency that we are going to tackle for this week is distinguishing aerobic from muscle and bone strengthening activities. Are you ready? Great! Let's begin our lesson.
What is aerobic exercise? Aerobic exercise can be defined as any form of exercise or activity that uses the aerobic metabolism. It is a kind of exercise used primarily to improve the cardiovascular system through aerobic metabolism. What happens when I engage in aerobic exercise? Aerobic exercise makes the heart, lungs, and blood vessels more efficient and capable of moving more oxygen-carrying blood in every single pump. Our body becomes efficient in delivering oxygen throughout the body, thereby improving not only the cardiovascular system, but also muscular and bone fitness. Aerobic exercise improves bone and muscular fitness too. In doing aerobic activities, you can dance, jog, swim, ride your bike, do household chores, or even do your favorite sports. Other activities like walking, stair climbing, and jumping rope are examples of light to vigorous aerobic activities. That's fun, right? But how? To develop your aerobic capacity, you need to have a purposive, planned, and skillful execution. Here are the factors to consider in improving your aerobic capacity. First, we have frequency, intensity, time, and type. For frequency, how often? Aerobic workout can be done in 3 to 4 times a week. Type. What variety of activity are you engaged with? Intensity. How hard or heavy? This is measured by perceived exertion and the heart rate. Like for example, working out at 85% of your heart rate, rate reserve or HRR. And lastly, time. Like how long do you perform your aerobic activities? 30 minutes, 1 hour, or more. These 4 factors will help you to formulate your workout with purpose and execute it correctly. And of course, warm up and cool down should also be included in your workout plan, not to mention the wearing of proper clothing. Now, let us proceed to the second part of this video. Bone strengthening exercise. What is bone strengthening exercise? Bone strengthening exercise is a kind of activity used to improve the strength capacity of the bone and enhance growth, especially among teens. It is also known as weight-bearing or weight-loading activity. The force impacting the bone increases bone density, thereby increasing bone strength. Bone strengthening exercise should be done twice a week and should not follow nor precede heavy aerobic exercises. Factors that you should consider are the same as that of the aerobic exercise, except that you have to use repetition in place for duration if you are going to lift weights. It is a high-impact exercise, and bone strengthening exercises also develops muscles, function just like aerobic exercise. Activities or exercises like plyometrics or jumping exercises, weightlifting, gymnastics, basketball, volleyball, running, and exercises that uses equipment like resistance bands are good exercises or activities to develop your bone strength. Let us move on to the last lesson in this video. What is a muscle strengthening exercise? Muscle strengthening exercises, also called as strength training, is one exercise used to improve the muscle strength and increase muscle mass by exposing the group muscles to a resistance in a form of weight or a force. Factors like frequency, intensity, and repetition set are used to formulate a muscle strengthening workout. Intensity, however, is determined by the amount of weight or force that the muscle have to work against with. Repetitions, on the other hand, is 8 to 12 repetitions per set, meaning a set is composed of 8 to 12 repetitions. This is a very heavy form of exercise as the muscle have to be deliberately overloaded and experience fatigue, meaning have to work more than its usual capacity to be able to improve. Exercise like lifting weights, push-up, sit-up, and all other resistance exercises are good to develop muscular strength. Alright, so before we move on to the last part of this video lesson, let us have a quick review on the previous discussion that we have. Aerobic exercise is any exercise performed and sustained over a period of time with the oxygen as a necessity to deliver energy. This method is purposely to improve the capacity of the heart to pump more oxygen-rich blood to the working muscles. This is done with purpose through careful planning and execution, taking into consideration factors like frequency, intensity, and duration. Bone strengthening exercise is a kind of exercise that produces force to the bone to trigger growth and increase bone strength by increasing bone density, thus making it essential for your age to help you grow taller and faster. Muscle strengthening exercises, on the other hand, is kind of exercise method which includes resistance training and lifting weights, causes the body's muscles to work hard or against an applied force or weight. These activities often involve relatively heavy objects such as weights, which are lifted multiple times to train various muscle groups. Although these three different methods are targeting three different parts of the body, it is also important to know that doing one will benefit the other two. It is a fact that as you exercise one part of the body, other parts are not entirely isolated or involved, and therefore any kind of exercise would benefit to some extent aerobic capacity as well as muscular and bone strength. Running is an example of an exercise that benefits the three areas. As you run, you improve your aerobic fitness, while the weight of the body improves strength of the leg muscles and the impact of the weight ground foot contact improves the bone strength. It's activity time! Now we're down to the last part of this video lesson. And this time, you're gonna need your pen and paper. Are you ready? The ability to lift or resist weight or force is called A. Cardiovascular endurance, B. Muscular endurance, C. Muscular strength, and D. Bone strength. You are right. The correct answer is bone strength. Question number 2. Jamal is trying to find out how much weight he can push across the room. He is really trying to measure his blank. A. Flexibility, B. Bone strength, C. Muscular strength, and D. Cardiovascular endurance. Very good. Correct answer is muscular strength. Question number 3. Fitness, walking, jogging, and running are physical activities that can improve blank. A. Muscle endurance and flexibility. B. Cardiovascular fitness and body composition. C. Cardiovascular fitness and flexibility. And D. Agility and muscular strength. Good job! The correct answer is cardiovascular fitness and body composition. Question number 4. What is a lifestyle change that can increase your level of aerobic, muscular, and bone strength? A. Sleeping. B. Being active. C. Playing online games. And D. Limiting eating options. Correct. Letter B. Being active. Last question. The number of times one should exercise to improve a component of fitness is called blank. A. Intensity. B. Frequency. C. Progression. And D. Time. Correct. The answer is letter B, frequency. So that ends our activity for this session.
That's it for today's video lesson in PE1. Once again, this is Teacher Ana para sa Bangsamoro learners. See you again next time, students. Wassalam.